Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's been a bit of a weird day for me, but not necessarily a bad one, which is good. Isn't it good, Spurt? Hello. I didn't see any super fun trailers or anything to check out this time, so I guess we'll just have to hop right into the game. Ugh. I'm not sure how much we have left. Me, if it'll allow me to, pull up Steam here real quick. I only have about 6 hours in it. Guess I did have a bit of a shorter stream, but if I remember right, this is already day 4. They have been kind of short streams, huh? Oh, that's right, too, because we also got sidetracked into the Game Awards discussion, which are happening tonight. Tonight. Probably won't be catching those on stream, because I think they start right as I'm ending or around that time. But that's okay. There's so much ceremony and everything that goes along with those. So I don't tend to like watching them live as much anyway. So it's not too bad that I might just review some of them. Well, we'll definitely review them like Sunday then, I suppose. Probably. Yeah. At dawn, Wolfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold land to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Well, I guess we don't have any other option. Going north. Glorian Shore. Are there Yeti-type peoples? Oh. You get clear of the wood at last, and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. Sacred Mountain, where the rite is going to be, whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth of the farthest, none can say. In a moment of respite, Wolfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. We banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not possible. Am I correct? Let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to you? Doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, to feel true love, living without fear, nothing at all. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Freedom means being able to make decisions on your own terms. Ooh. Nothing at all. Remain silent. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. I like that flavor text. I don't know if I'll go with that answer. Thinking either living without fear or doing what you want. Because this explanation, I think I agree with a lot more than living without fear specifically. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Being able to make decisions on your own terms. I like this one. You tell Wilfred that freedom means living without fear, not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts or choices. He considers your remarks for a short while. Good answer, my kin. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural response, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time, a deeply rooted impulse there to aid your judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. If not for fear, I doubt we could accomplish very much in life. And just now, we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, even the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you could become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned foundings principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. Burndown remains the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. You're plotting a revolt? Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So, if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Wilfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rights, and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom? You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wilfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path. There's only one option. The only way to reach the base of Mount Elodiel. Beyond lies Mount Alodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Who wants to talk this time? Tizo! Tizo time! There you are, my kin. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Wilfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... You do not know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still, mere flashes uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you insist on pressing onward with this group, in light of this. The answer, then, was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to this part just yet. Wilfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. It is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor any of us. Do you understand? Say you understand. You understand the words of warning. You understand the words of warning, yet, just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my kin. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here. In this, anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then, we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then, he strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts and a sprout. The Undercrystal. What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? Scribe trial for Tizo. Oh, good. I was just beginning to feel more bored even than usual. But I summon the Tizonator. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that imp. He certainly stood out from all his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Tizo soon appears, in heed of the summons. Tizo seems to be prepared for whatever lies ahead. It's because Tizo's the G, the OG, the GOAT, best there is, best there ever was. Isn't that right, Spurt? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, imp. You answer to me here. Tizo indicates his understanding and is prepared to begin Sandra's trial. You know the formalities, of course. Show me, then, what you have learned thus far about the rites. Here in this trial, it shall be just you, my Beyonders, and your lovely reader. Let us see now how you fare. Easy. Oh, no. Oof. That was a bad bounce on that, too. Oh. Ooh. It's a good thing they're slow. Oh. I'll accept that. Ah, was just... Oh, that was close. Boom. Easy clap. Oh, what happened there? No, the sprint in. He got me. Boom. Let's keep it going to Zoe. Oh. Yeah, that's point for them. That's okay though. Exactly what I was trying to do. Oh. I was trying to get fancy with it. Oof. I disagree with that. Oh, got it in still. Dang it. All right. Just flutter on in easily. GG's, Tizo. Tizo is excited to have completed Sandra's challenge and awaits your approval. Worthwhile effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Good job, Tizo. An hour and a half? I thought it was like 2 hours from now. Game Awards 2024. Yeah. Start time. That's won't be when they start the countdown? Oh, the hour and a half when they start the countdown? That makes sense. 30-minute prep time? Yeah. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, 12:30 GMT, 12:30 a.m. GMT. Thanks. Oh, okay. So Game Award pre-show live stream starts 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, 12:30 GMT. The main Game Award show live stream starts 8 Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. GMT. Started Visions of Mana? Yeah. How's that going for you? You liking it? Yeah, so it won't actually even start until after my usual stream end time. So pretty good. It started on hard and it's been easy so far. Understandable. Is there a nightmare to unlock as well? Or is it just the hardest you got? Take a closer look at the new artifact in your possession. Hobe's Wing. Hard is the hardest one? Ah, that's alright. User's Flutter and Zip abilities cost less stamina than usual. Oh. We do have the healing on right now, though. And I did upgrade it a bit. But that sounds pretty nice. 35% less cost? That's not too bad. I think we'll just stick with that for now. Yeah, for the Game Awards, though, watching them live, it tends to drag on too much for my liking, I should say. But I fully expect that we'll be reviewing and discussing them next stream and seeing what won what, and if there's any other whatever kids breaking onto stage and making whatever weird comments again. That's such a weird thing that people do. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one at a time, or not at all. New announcements, yeah, that'll be good too. I keep forgetting about that. Sometimes they do it, well, most of the time they do it, but after the Summer Games Fest, I wasn't super hyped about anything in particular from that. There might have been a couple that I remember. yeah, oh gosh, what's his name? I can see his face. What's his name? The founder of Lionhead Studios. Okay, hold on. Sorry, gotta. Lionhead Studios founder. Peter Molyneux. That's it. Yeah, his Oh no, it's not gonna, they have to do quite a bit of work, I think, to make that have any sort of impact. That showing last time was rough. It was like Heroes of Albion or something like that. Nope, that's not it. Masters of Albion. Because Albion is the Fable, the world of Fable, but I don't think it's Lionhead Studio anymore. I think he doesn't own Lionhead anymore. Publisher 22 Cans. Oh, it already has a Steam page. Yeah, 22 Cans. So it's not even Lionhead, which is also weird because that's his company. But it looks rough. It looks rough by it. It looks like someone trying to recreate Black and White, the OG games from them. And it could just be a stylistic choice, but it reeks to me of someone who is still kind of stuck on that element of it. And I enjoyed my time with Black and White, and it was fun. But if you don't have any sort of innovation or advancement or anything, any sort of improvement, especially with what they're claiming they're going to add to it, it's not going to be, like you said, it's not going to be much of an impact. But I swore we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. To make this plainer for you still, here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Elodiel, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if they did not merely skim that chapter of the book. It's said that scribes themselves keep watch over Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribes determine who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings, led by the demon Ignarius. He is the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates of the rites. Okay, sorry, getting some messages. Both you and they shall choose someone from their respective ranks. Then, once one of them triumvirates prevail, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence in the exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wished to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then that's it? We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Wilfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodiel. Excuse me. I'm kind of curious, too, what, like, the big closer of the announcements is going to be for the Game Awards, now that I'm thinking about it. Now that you got me thinking about it, too, Mystery. Like, if they just do, what's Death Stranding 2 again, that's going to be kind of another major, like, because that didn't hit very well, I don't think, for the Summer Games Fest. And that was, like, one of the big, like, Jeff Keighley especially, it seemed like he was, like, all about that one. Probably because he got to be in the first one, and he'll probably be in the second one, too, somewhere, but I'd be interested to see if they show something of, the next Elder Scrolls. I don't think they will. I think it's like way too far out to show anything from Elder Scrolls, but if they just show another teaser nonsense with it, then that's going to be kind of silly. But I wouldn't put it past them. GTA 6 might make an appearance, but I don't know about that. I don't think GTA 6 needs to make an appearance, other than when they win the most anticipated game award. A Hades 2 release date could be cool. What else is there? Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything big that would, like, make a big splash, which I guess is probably good, because that means it'll hopefully be something that no one's expecting, but hopefully it's something that people are actually hype about. Elder Scrolls 6, not excited for it. I'm not really either. I feel like people will go nuts. It'll probably just be not really showing much of anything again. Just like the teaser from 5 years ago or something now. It's modern Bethesda. The thing about modern Bethesda, though, is that it's still Bethesda from, like, at least a decade ago. Like, they're still running on basically the same engines as far as I'm aware. I think they did something somewhat new and updated for Starfield, but it's still basically their same core. Still running into very similar bugs and issues. The UI elements are basically all the same. All of the talent trees and whatever. Yeah, at this point, like, everyone's moved on from Starfield for sure. Yeah, I think there was an update recently, like a DLC or some, like, event thing for it that they were trying to get a push for, but I didn't even see too many people doing that on Twitch. But yeah, I think Starfield is kind of moved past at this point. Which I don't think they were wanting. I think they were expecting to do a bit more with it and then pivot over to Elder Scrolls. But I wonder how that's kind of being shaken up now, or how it needs to be shaken up. What the plan is, especially with Daddy Microsoft breathing down their necks, I'm sure more and more threats of closures or something, maybe. I think even like a lot of larger Elder Scrolls fans are still, or even the bigger fans are kind of like, at this point. They have to pull back, like, they have to bring them back in pretty dang hard with something impressive. Otherwise, it's not going to be all that much. Avowed didn't look interesting at all. I was kind of interested in Avowed. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I was interested in Avowed when it was first announced. Avowed, everything I've seen since doesn't seem like they're doing anything all that new with it. It seems like it could be fun, but I don't know if it'll have the impact or the lasting power that they're wanting to get out of it, in a sense. I had another point. Like Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm still pretty interested in Dragon's Dogma 2. But it's already come and gone. When I heard it could go the route of Veilguard writing, that's... Yeah. I remember, again, this was pretty early on. Like, this was one of their early beta, like, hey, this is showcasing what one of the routes we're going with combat. So they probably just had placeholder barks and stuff in there, but it was not great. Just like battle sounds, and not battle sounds, but like battle cries and talking between characters and stuff. It did. Dragon's Dogma 2 came out during a really rough time. It was released during a rough time, and then it also did not have the best launch reception because of those microtransaction things, which apparently isn't even that much of an issue, but still, it didn't do anything to help it. Like Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth, I think, is different, though. Like, the Yakuza has more of a fan base and a following than Dragon's Dogma, I think. So I feel like the people that were going to be hype about Infinite Wealth were still really hype and really into it and had a blast with it. It definitely, like you said, it was kind of washed away by a few other releases, but I think that had more of like a impact, I guess, than anything else. Persona 3 Reloaded came out close to it, so it counts somewhat. I don't think Persona 3 even had that much of like a... I think Persona 3 Reloaded was like a flash in the pan too. Because that's also still a very, very niche audience for that massive of a JRPG, especially the Persona series. Especially with like... Because if anyone's heard of Persona, they know that 5 has already come out, so going back to 3 would be difficult for some people. For people that got into it, they'd be like, oh, we can go back and play some of the ones that I haven't gotten to yet, and with like a little bit more updated, maybe QOL, other improvements. But I don't know that there was just a game. I think it was just that it was just pretty saturated, so a bunch of people kind of went off into their own different directions. But saying that, when did Shadows of the Erd Tree come out? Oh, that was June. Okay, never mind. I thought that might have pulled away, but Q1 2024 video game releases. Let's see. All right, let's just go to... Oh, this is horribly done. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Oh, Pow World. Pow World came out early. Like a Dragon. Suicide Kill the Justice League came out February 2nd. Persona 3 Reload. Helldivers. Helldivers. Helldivers took over the internet massively in a number of ways after it released. So that totally... Skull and Bones came out. Couldn't have told you that. I'm just kind of skimming through this. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out February 29th. Yep. We just got there at the same time. Nice. Oh, I was going to say Hi-Fi Rush came out this year? No, it didn't. But it came out on PS5, I guess, this year. As far as early... I was going to say, and again, Horizon Forbidden West did not come out this year, but the PC release came out. Dragon's Dogma 2, March 22nd. Yeah, Helldivers 2, I think is... I mean, that took over the internet. Like I said, the initial launch of like everyone loving it, and then all of the controversy and all the issues that came up because of Sony. There was a Final Fantasy DLC in April. Another Crab's Treasure. That was pretty good. Stellar Blade April as well. Oh, X Defiant. That came out in May. I'm just going through this now. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance came out in June. I don't think that had much of a impact. Shadow of the Erd Tree June as well. First Ascendant had a bit of a flash. Final Fantasy Dawn Trail in June, July. What else? I've heard good things about Thank Goodness You're Here. That one seemed kind of fun. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, not Bounty Hunter. Oh, the remaster or remake, whatever. I'm gonna say Star Wars Outlaws, but wrong name. Black Myth Wukong then came out in August, so that definitely took everyone over for a bit. Concord also came out in August and then closed in August. Warcraft: The War Within. I know that had a bit of a following for it on the internet. Flop Laws. Visions of Mana. Star Wars Flop Laws, August 30th. September. Astrobot was September. Space Marine 2 was September. Funko Fusion was September. Final Fantasy 16 on PC. Plucky Squire. Dead Rising Remaster. PC God of War Ragnarok. Frostpunk 2. Lollipop Chainsaw Remaster. Balatro. Starfield Shattered Space. There it is. September 30th. Yeah, I have no idea who is playing Funko Fusion. I haven't heard anyone mentioning that thing at all. October. The Until Dawn re-release. Silent Hill 2 remaster on October 8th. Metaphor Refantasia. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The New World Eternum expansion. I saw a bunch of my following list, at least, was all over that for a bit. Neva, October 15th. Animal Well on the Xbox. Alan Wake 2 DLC was October. East X Nordics. Oh my gosh. Take 3. East 10 Nordics. Or East X Nordics. Still. Sonic and Shadow Generations. Black Ops 6. All October. Pokemon Pocket, October. Dragon Age Veilguard. Let's see, November. Slitterhead. I didn't do too great, though. Stalker 2 was November. Star Wars Outlaws on Steam. 9 Souls. That's a game I want to get into at some point. In December. Infinity Nikki. Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is going to be Eek 10 Nordic. Yeah. It's a day, that's for sure. Marvel Rivals, I think, is going to be... Not I think. It's going to be pretty high up there for next year. For multiplayer. I don't know how much they're doing, like, how much they're focusing on the competitive scene specifically, but... that is currently making a splash. I'm playing it. I'm having some fun with it. It's a good time. How sad how that game quickly left discussion. Which one? Legacy of Kain remaster came out a couple days ago. East 10? Yeah. I haven't heard anyone online really talking about it too much. I think I saw like one video from IGN where it was like a clip from a podcast where one person was talking about it and needing to explain what Ys was to the rest of the people on the podcast. So yeah, not exactly. It's not really mainstream kind of game, I don't think. It's unfortunate because I wish more people would be playing it and checking it out, but no, one YouTuber got nearly 100,000 views of a review. Dang, that's pretty good. That's one of the reasons too that I want to like go back, replay through all the Ys games, and put them up on my YouTube. Because one, it's kind of desolate on there right now. It's currently just the Transistor playthrough. I need to get the Pyre playthrough up, the first couple VODs of it at least. And then I think the Ys game, going through those will be really fun too. Because they're really fun, and having some like actual playthroughs of it, I think would be cool. That I could go back and other people could go back and watch through and check out. That's it. That's the highest video count video. Highest view count video. My gosh, I cannot read, not counting the Japanese trailer. I hope it's doing pretty well over there at least. I mean, it's probably gotta be if they're gonna keep on making more. Even the soundtrack, it hasn't gotten a lot of views. Boo. It's all Final Fantasy's fault. They're too popular. Popular. They're just too popular. Despite your growing knowledge of the Book of Rites, you yet struggle to grasp certain aspects of its teachings. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. I just like doing this one to give like a general buff to everyone, in case I need to switch people out because they're like, oh, I don't want to go on this rite. I don't want to go up against these people or whatever. So I just want to give them all buffs, even though it's kind of small, but still helpful. You extract a deeper meaning from the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, one you feel in your core yet struggle to articulate. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within. You cannot tell. Spirit! We got Spirit. Yes, we do. We got Spirit. How about you? Anyone want to talk? Nope. Continue our journey it is then. Ooh. You know what I should do? It's a little bit early, but I think it's a good time for a break time before we get into too much more like lore and stuff. Mostly because I have to pee. So I'm going to get up, stretch, use the bathroom. I suggest you get up, move around a little bit, do whatever it is you got to do, and we will be back momentarily. See you soon.
Before the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty morning over the brine belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise. Oh, 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 the place where Plurna scuttled her foe, the doomed ship still resides. The Titan met her end on its prow, forsaken by the tides. In death she leaves to stain on the place. The tempest never dies. Her final throes and shivers and shakes 1,000 years gone by. Oh, oh,
I'm back. I'm returned. I have returned, and I'm back. Combined into one sentence, that makes less sense. I'm back. I have returned back. Let's continue. Mount Elodiel. The environments in this are very unique. Here before you lies Mount Elodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. I'm sorry. Dying a little bit. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrained from asking yet. Only one of you is to get to go free at first. Who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries of the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think of it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who would live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Headwind over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. And now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself, or keep listening. This is important. Yeah, this is important. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts you for further questions when Jadariel raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? On a blooded moon at the fall of Selium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion then shall plunge into the shimmer pool and return to glory. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The eight scribes also formed a special group, against which all the others would be judged. The group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we just don't show up? Then, you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing to a common right, then. Participation is all that matters? Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again at some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this, and as Volfred takes his leave, Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. The Emperor's Ascent. A gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Alodial. Shay believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Emperor's Fall. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Alodial, nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. Let's go for the valuables. It's funny how when I say I got 40 platinum trophies this year, they say I... Funny how when I say I got 40 platinum trophies this year, they say I go for those 1 out of 10 difficulty games. Oh. I mean... It's still platinums. On some of them, too. I remember growing up, one of my brothers and I, we played The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer or something like that. There were a lot of difficult challenges in that. But it's a children's game. We were children at the time. But, like, they take some doing. Rise of the Underminer was the GOAT. It was a good time. We had a lot of fun with that. We replayed it a bunch, too. I mean, because back then it was like... We were kids and, like, you had to replay games to actually get... to play games, really, because you weren't getting, like... 700 games in a year. But that one was one of those, like, it wasn't, I guess, technically a movie game, but it was one of those, like, movie kind of tie-in games that were really good. I really liked it, too. You joined Pamitha on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain, but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What now? I get 2 chaperones? But sure, I'm game. Whatever you wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. Love to see their faces when they look. I have Wolfenstein too. Yeah. I mean, one of the most important things, I think, is like you're going through ones that are fun or challenging or rewarding for you. If other people are like, oh, well, I mean, you got 40, but you did it in, like, I was about to say Poppy's Playtime, but that's not. I was going for, like, My Little Pony or something like that. Or, oh, like Barbie's Ranch Getaway or something. If it's something that you enjoy doing. If I did go for those 1 out of 10 games, I'd have lots more. Yeah. I mean, you definitely, you whether or not you go for those 1 out of 10 games occasionally, you still pepper in like 10 out of 10 difficulty games or ones that will last you like 100 hours or so. Why would you waste your money? Well, some of them you could end up getting for like pennies, a couple bucks, sometimes even free. So in that case, why not at that point? You want a little break from in between some of the more difficult stuff? My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we share. And you ought to not mince your words. Oh, please. We all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course. It's plain to see the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides, maybe that Wulfrid, though he seems plenty happy here, making hymns, speeches. How dare you? How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though, if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. because that way you shall be free, of me at least, and I in turn shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude toward me and everything. At that you intervene. Jadariel's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, reader. Prometheus scoffs as Jadariel storms off. I swear, that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down here. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone there on the mountain. Prometheus soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. You found a Titan tooth. It's just something you can sell. Ooh, effect after blocking airborne adversaries, the bearer briefly stuns them and knocks them back. Not too bad, not too bad. Temple High Road, first of two paths leading to the mountain summit. Hedwyn expresses a passing whim to see the view from here. Second of two paths, Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. Well, I am very sorry, but Hedwyn over the Worm Knight for me. He's a G, he's a bro, he's a homie. He's the OG. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, it's just been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way. How's it going, Sarah? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? One of us could go free. Be on our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. Of course it's put on me. Why wouldn't it be put on me? This might all be a part of Volfred's plan. We got here thanks to you, and even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. Nothing too much, just enjoying some tacos. Ooh, that sounds delicious. What kind of tacos you got? What kind of toppings you got on the tacos? That sounds good. I just had tacos yesterday, so I probably shouldn't have tacos again, but tacos are a solid choice. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rights and be stuck down here together, just like this. The two of you walk on in silence for a time, and at last you return to the wagon. Edwin turns to you again. Thanks for your company. I think I'm better now. Edwin feels more prepared for the next rite. Hope likewise for the rest. Oh, nice. Not quite enough. Spanish adversaries remain banished for 2 seconds longer than usual. That'd be nice. Be a nice little bonus. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved in stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together. Much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead on, Tariq. Please follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. I'm like just being reminded of that right now, that there was something about them needing to be enlightened in order to escape. And I don't think I got any of them anywhere close. The last of your companions nears the arch. You notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites. The Gate Guardian. It's like spicy chicken with some sauces with Red Bull as well. I assume the Red Bull is on the side. Although, like, working some Red Bull into a sauce, that could be pretty fun. Spicy chicken. That sounds good too. I'm working on like I've got some pork slow cooking right now with some like salsa, I guess. A kind of salsa. So just kind of slow cooking in that. And I could smell it from the kitchen. Not mixed in. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. You're willing to share your tacos? That's very kind of you. What kind of Red Bull? I remember trying the like original Red Bull a while ago, and that one wasn't for me. That actually kind of, I had like some sort of reaction to it or something. I don't know, like not like hospitalization reaction, but like it just didn't sit right. The original one, at least. I've tried a couple of the other ones, but for some reason the original was like not my thing. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then, let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now, each of you in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Headwind the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Rookie to speak up next. I'm regarded by the name Rookie Greentail. I just want to get out of here. I guess with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I guess it's the original one? That's okay. If that's your taste. That's pretty good. What kind of toppings do you go with on a taco? I know you got spicy chicken and some sauces. I'm just kind of like running through like what I would get at a Chipotle lineup right now. Getting some beans. I prefer refried beans for a taco myself. Some rice, some cilantro. Some like not quite I think it's like pico de gallo, maybe? Like a salsa, like some fresh cut tomatoes with like some onions in there, chopped up real fine. Lettuce, of course. I like some shredded white cheese instead of like a nacho sauce, personally. You don't really like toppings? That's cool. So you just do like spicy chicken, some sauces, and wrapped up in a tortilla? Like a simple one? Nice. Probably a lot less mess then, too. That's good. I am Captain Jadario. I do not know as yet, what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Shay, and I think I'm here, because the scribes have called me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Hermitha Thane, I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Wilfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. Is my Bluetooth on? What Bluetooth? Like I have my controller connected. If that's what you're asking. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Wolfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, but there is no one left to go. State who you are to traverse Scribesgate. They learned you knew the old ways. They came for you, and you could not run far. A crippled scholar. Does your voice make some... your voice makes some paired with my heart? That's very sweet of you. Thank you. I do try. I've never heard that one before. That one's good. Just an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. Just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the High Wing remnants afflicted you since birth. Don't know who you are. I like that option. Because I don't know who this person was. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. What I truly seek. I don't have such a sweet voice. Practice? I've done some, like... what's the word? Some, like, small, free voice acting for some small projects in the past, but I do not actively voice act. Could be fun, someday. But honestly, just practice. I've been talking to myself in weird voices for years. Want true freedom. You wish to return to the Commonwealth, to live out your days there, doing as you please. Thank you, though. It's very kind of you. To help your friends. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. You want revenge. The Commonwealth, which cast you down into the downside, cannot be forgiven. You want to see what happens. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. I think I want to help my friends. I want to help my friends. The companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive, and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. Not to mention voice acting, not voice acting, but like voicing characters for a lot of streams now, because understandably getting voices for all voice lines, for all dialogue, can be expensive and time consuming. So I get especially why indie companies don't exactly do it as often. And I like playing indie games, so I voice a lot of them. Thank you for the follow, Sarah. I appreciate it. I am from the States, yes. From all over the States. I've lived in many states. Oof. And unfortunately, not really been out of them yet. I really want to go visit some other places. but sadly have not had the opportunity yet. One day, it'll be very cool to go see some other places. This is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, and nods once, and waves all of you by. 8 scribes, though. The 8 scribes bid the night wings welcome here, hill forth with glory. And Tariq, I, Celeste, be on your way as well. Lone minstrel bows his head and puts back his hat back. Does not look back at her. Ooh, they like each other. Oh my gosh. There's a book. From the top of Mount Elodial, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point, as the sky grows dim. Page revealed, the mercy shown. From Ohio, that's where I've spent most of my time. Actually. Spent a lot of my time in Ohio. Up in Cleveland. I'm not in Ohio anymore, but I did spend a lot of time up there. I was just talking to someone too recently about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and how I went there for like a school trip or something, and then another time later, I think because my dad wanted to go. It was it's a unique little, I don't know if you've ever been, Sarah, but it's a really unique, like, building with like how it's shaped and just the architecture in general. So that was pretty fun to like go see for that purpose. Also because I like a lot of the bands and different things that they showed there. It was pretty cool. And it's like right on Lake Erie, I think, or close to it. Jadariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in arraignments. Edwin soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Rookie? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on his collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The 3 of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a bit. Some of the old nerves to bed. There, for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here. Like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well. That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just... we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, it's been bugging me a while now. Oh, we were all getting out of here once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Edwin slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the 4 of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So, it's like this. Any one of us get out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What? You think they're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's gonna take. I just know we have to try. Jadariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Rookie nods his head in turn, and Hedwin's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Celium awaits. a vital step in your quest for freedom that you feel in your heart that shall only be the first. You are more than welcome to ask me anything about my channel. Your 3 companions each gained +1 hope for the liberation rite. Steel yourself in turn. And there's a new book page. The mercy shown. The words of Golgolathanian, the Master General. The Imp Haub and I helped to save my Emperor, and when the danger did subside, my Emperor Solium Muir, said something to me, which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So, if I cannot do the same in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did." To the shop, the slug market. Hey guys, so just so you're all aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, all right. You're here because I got the lowest prices and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a whole lot of value there. An awful lot. That's so kind of you, Ron. Rank up 1, rank up 2, rank up 3, rank up 2. Scribe stuff. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. I think I'm okay. Briefly banished by the bearer, take longer to return. Don't have enough for that, but I can sell some stuff. Alright. +2 hope. Bugging airborne adversaries. The bearer briefly stuns them and knocks them back. I like that one. I think I'm just gonna hold. I still want to get the lunar glass just because it's so expensive, which makes me feel like it should be something that I want to get. I can't get 80, can I? That's ironic. I don't want to sell the Tizo one though. I think I'm good. You leaving so soon, guys? Commence the liberation rite. Is everyone prepared, Hedwin? Yes. Though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers in the rites this night. What happens if we fail? Stream is badass. Like it didn't put a professional display to attract more viewers. Yeah, it's true. I haven't put too much into it. I got a few things that I like. Mostly just been messing around with it myself, because this is just a side thing for me. So just kind of doing it for fun, teaching myself some different techniques and different elements and aspects of this. Upgrading as I see fit or as I learn to do some of the things. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've managed to put together myself so far. Pretty cool. And I appreciate that you like my channel. Edwin, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from this path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is to set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances, just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. If you'd like to pop some examples into the Discord, you're welcome to. I don't know that I'm too interested in upgrading at the moment, but I appreciate you expressing some interest in helping out. This music got so intense and kind of ominous.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader.
Thank you, thank you.
But only if you can prevail in this liberation rite.
I'm gonna try.
Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among
Yeah,
you
there was a
shall
link that just
regain their
came up in the
freedom.
chat. I can exclamation mark Discord as well should work, I think. Yeah. That's my Discord that I put together for people to hang out. And there's a number of other talented people in there too that are occasionally share some of the stuff that they're working on. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. Pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now, and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already? Look at what we got here. The damned Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you. He indicates to Dario. She scoffs back at him. There's the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages. Not in these damned robes. Dario's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked. Satisfied? Whoa. You must be new. Jadariel puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Ha! I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you can come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is, I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we gotta stick together. Now come on! Ignatius throws his mask back on, as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Oh. Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel gets your attention in a subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may yet be ready. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Who would be freed? Tizo is the most enlightened. But it shan't be Tizo. Not this day. I want to give it to Headwind. But he's my boy. I was fully expecting this to be a team of demons. Oh, automatically gains 30? Oh, jeez. A crone? A presence? And a worm or presence.
Headwind.
If you insist. Then the Gate Guardian approaches upon you and your adversaries. Very well. Then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this Eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Headwind the Deserter shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius shall be free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate, to strive alongside Headwind the Deserter and see to his return to glory?
Who shall strive for him?
Jadariel, of course.
Jodariel.
I'm sorry. You can just post it in the Discord there, though. I think there's a channel, there's a channel specifically for showing off your work and showing off some of the stuff that you're doing. Showing off some of your talents and skills. I won't be able to get to it for a while. I'm still going to be streaming for a little bit, but if you'd like to send one, you're more than welcome to. Anyway, let us prevail here and see this through. I feel like I just gotta take the OG crew. You know what? Let's do it. I want to take Tizo, but let's take the OG. Let's take the OG crew. Sure, no pressure, right, chum?
Very well.
8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then, let us all begin. Nightwings, been waiting a lawful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Commence.
Oh. Yeah, no. Oh. Sniper. Get some stamina back, rookie. Oh, nice. Got an achievement for that, too. Oh, yikes. Ah. Oh, dang it. I should have jumped. Oh. Ah. Whoop. Oh, I need some. Yes! Nice. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, juked by the rook. Ah, dang it. I needed to jump faster. No! Dang it. Yeah, dang it. Boo. Ah, I was trying to get cheeky with it.
That cur of yours is back.
Yeah, he is.
United
Ooh.
in banishment.
Oh,
Too slow, Ignatius.
it's true. Oh, okay. Almost thought I got down there. You good for nothing, Nightwings? No, I did not send you a request yet, Sarah. I'm still in a battle right now. Skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody get out of it for once. But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it. Used to be the best. This at least, but now the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Moira. Doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up.
The demon whom you face was once a man, long since tainted by the downside, or rather by his crimes. I suspect his penance is not yet
Oh,
complete.
that got him though, nice.
Well cast.
Nice. Oh, I jumped. I hit jump just a little bit too late. Oh, nice. Oh, that was close. That was close. There you go, rookie.
Flames.
Jump! You gotta jump, man! Ah!
Oh,
Ah, yeah, that was a bit too cheeky. Give me my aura back. Ah. Oh, that's just rude. Oh, I jumped over it. Oh, okay, good. Whew. Enough. Ah. Oh, I got stunned. Ah. I just jumped. Got him though. Rookie GG. Ice.
The Night Wings proved their worth.
Prevail in
Their
a liberation
adversaries,
right.
They did
GG's.
not.
Very
Thus
nice.
ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free,
Who's the son?
absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Ugh, what a joke. We should have had this. Should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Night Wings. Seeing you around, I guess. Next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. We did it. Then, guess that means I have to go. I broke my vow to them, and we would all go free together. Reader, my friend, how would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Gunny, wait for me. Someone for whom Hedwyn cares deeply, who was separated in the Commonwealth. You remain silent for a moment longer, then. Listen to me, all of you. We'll not forget this. If there's anything at all that I can do back on the other side to help you, the rest of you, and I'm going to find it, and I'm going to do it. And at the very least, I'll do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you come back, join me back home, and I'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you. All of you. I won't forget this. Then he plunges out of sight into the shimmer pool. His voice is audible, but growing faint. It's happening. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye. Until we see each other. Edwin earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Hedwyn. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Jadaro, your big head, I can't see what...
May the scribes have mercy on us all.
Truly. Goodbye, Hedwin. Snoop Dogg's gonna be at the Game Awards. He's been making moves this past year or so. He's been getting more involved with different stuff. It's pretty fun. Hey Yakety, how you doing today? After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I shall proceed by going to the bathroom. It didn't feel right choosing anyone else over Hedwyn. I don't know. Felt like I needed to pick Hedwyn. Doing good? That's good to hear. Doing a quick break though. I need to go to the bathroom again, get up, stretch, move my legs around a little bit. We will be right back with figuring out what this means for Pyre now that we are down one member. We'll be right back real soon.
the signs, the exiles shall be there. All are not the same, but three shall be as one. Freedom in the flame, the end has just begun. Strands may break alone, but twisted make a braid. Together on their own, the journey shall be made. Huddled in the cold, backs against the storm. The timid and the bold, they keep each other warm. Shivering alone, but joined are unafraid. Together on their own, the journey shall be made. The journey shall be when the stars align, the rights shall come to bear. Illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there. Strength may break alone, but twisted make a braid. Together on their own, the journey shall be made. The journey shall be made. The journey shall be
Hello. I am back. Hope you had a good break. Knights of the Sea is the song. I like it. This one's a fun one. However, we must get back to Pyre. I'm gonna miss that guy. It is quieter now, but we'll see Hedwyn again if we persevere. Our journey is now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. Wait, what about the stars? They all seem to wait around for us. About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodial is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Hedwyn as you look toward the heavens. Gaze into the darkness of night and seek your destination. Are we all the way back at the start again? It would appear so, unless it's just all dark. You search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. Interesting. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here you'll travel to at dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. What you want, Wolfred? Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Wolfred smoking at his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my kin. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all of this. Not just me, but really, all of us who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is, admittedly, a somewhat desperate plan. It was vital to me, should the Nightwings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I were unsure of him at first. A common boy like that, completely unacquainted with the rights. But in the end, I felt that he was worth a shot. Someone like him. Sincere, determined, with loyal friends and desperate to get home. Those qualities spoke volumes. Then he falls silent for a time. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet finds the one he sought. You and Wolfred speak little more of Hedwyn for now. You are left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. I'm wondering if I get his item. I do. Okay, good. That's good. Because that will be helpful. Continue your journey. Good morning, my kin. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. Moonlight Alcove. The next cycle of lights here. Interesting. Wolfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Wolfred again. You find Wolfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I weave many memories together. Could not help reliving some of them just now. Suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. Ask what he did to earn his sentence. Ask why Nightwings disbanded. Ask how he knows the lone minstrel. Ask to be excused. Ask how he knows the Lone Minstrel. You ask Wolfred about his history with the Lone Minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me in. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? How'd you get your sentence? You ask Wolfred about his past in the Commonwealth, and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my kin. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. A legal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within, as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the high-wing remnants. I spread the truth about it at will, with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and short of it. Is there anything else? You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here, and Wolfred's past connection to the group. I've been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me, in a manner as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Erisa, and another called Oralek. Former exile of the Nightwings, who conducted the rites alongside Wolfred and Oralek. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Erisa, we lost her, and Orlek, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Alodiel. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and the raiments. I had the Black Wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this now, my kin. You thank Wolfred for his time, and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Bide your time. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready for when you next need it. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. its impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land beside it. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then, you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Then one evening... May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the book of rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at his abode. Begging your pardon, there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. There's a black hole. Are they all alike? Are they all ready? Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed to you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Choose your path towards salvation. Oh. So I get to choose. So I can take the dissonance on. I could take on the accusers. The Pyre hearts. I think I want to go for the Pyre hearts. The stars urge that we go to the pit of Milith, a long way off. Wilfred, sir, how are we to reach the pit of Milith in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete. I think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon. There at dawn. We shall be departing at the time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites, this time, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions are not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. I think, actually, that's where I want to call it today. It's much shorter than the usual streams, and I know we just got back from a break, but I like that as a stopping point. And ideally, Sunday will be a bit more convenient and such. Right now, I'm getting pretty hungry. So I think I'm going to go do some food time. And then continue Sunday. Usual stream schedule is back on course for the next week, I do believe. There shouldn't be any issues with that. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Normal starting time of 2 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And we will be doing some more Pyre on Sunday with our second round. I'm enjoying this. I can kind of understand why some people bounced off of it a little bit when it came out, but I think this is a pretty good one. And I'm enjoying it, and I hope that some more people come back around to it eventually, because it's a good time. Actually, you know what? I'll give you a good screenshot. That one's cool. Yeah. So, thank you to any and everyone who stopped by the stream today, whether you were here for just a little bit or whether you were hanging out with us the whole time, whether you were lurking or stopped by to chat and hang out with us. I appreciate you coming by and spending any amount of time here. The video game awards are going to be starting in just a little bit, in about 12 minutes. At least that's when their streams are starting, and then it's another half an hour of like a pre-show kind of situation. So check that out. We'll probably be discussing that on Sunday during the stream. I don't think there's anything else, so thank you very much again, everyone. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.